Hello, I'm Rachel, and this is Bennett. Mwah. And I'm here to talk about September Challenge. So I am a 2-year veteran of the September Challenge, and I cannot recommend it highly enough because, as I will tell you in a minute, this is the result. It literally creates life. So I've known Lara for actually a decade, and which is kind of wild. And so when I learned about the September Challenge, I was in the middle of a very chaotic job, and the idea of taking on another obligation sort of felt do I have time for this? And it's just going to feel like something else I have to fit into my day, and then I'll get stressed out about it. And I don't think I was nervous basically about being able to take on the September Challenge, fit it into the rest of my life. But ultimately, Lara and her sister Salome was my freshman year roommate, and I'm in love with this woman, and so we were yes, we're gonna do this. And I think what really ultimately kind of sold me on it, and then what ended up being one of the best parts of it, was the community aspect of it, because it really sort of felt bigger than me. I got to be part of I don't know, a community that literally spanned. I was in a support group of the September Challenge with someone living in Vermont. And I'm in Colorado. And so it just sort of felt larger than me, and I could kind of have these nice, honest conversations about what was going well or not going so well in my life with folks who were excited to hear me talk about it, with whom I'd had no prior attachment. And so the community aspect ultimately was what attracted me to it, and ultimately was the thing that I can't recommend highly enough. And in my first year, my challenge was personal fitness oriented. So I did a lot of push-ups, and it was actually really helpful. I got stronger. But the second year, basically my husband and I did it together, and our idea was we'll do quality time. That will be our thing. We'll devote 5 minutes to just hanging out in the hot tub together. And as it turns out, our first night doing our September Challenge, we were chatting in the hot tub, and we were actually, let's start trying to have a kid. We want a family. And so the September Challenge kind of morphed into trying to get pregnant, which you can't be in a hot tub while you're trying to do that. So highly successful. Cannot recommend September Challenge enough. Yeah, I think there's a lot of personal growth involved. There's a lot of sort of community connection involved. And I think if you're having any hesitation, I can't stress enough how you really do have 5 minutes in your day, ultimately, to take on your personal hobby. And I think the communal aspects and the social justice aspects of it and the connection to Lara is it just makes the experience beyond worth it. So highly recommend.